Okay, this next section is fun, but pretty crazy. We're talking about the ontology web language, or it actually makes more sense, web ontology language, but then it doesn't spell OWL, so you have to have the ontology web language for it to make that cool acronym. What it means is it's giving meaning and multiple meanings to a word so that in such a way that the web and computers can figure out how things play together. There are a couple videos to watch where Tim Berners-Lee, who is the guy who really created the internet, is going to explain it, and he does a way better job than me. But to kind of help show where the web is going and how this all kinds of works is I'm going to look at my iTunes library. So I'm sorry if you don't like my taste in music. Sorry. But if we pick any of these songs and we go over here to the Genius and turn on this feature, we're going to turn it in. And what's going to happen is it's going to ask for my password. And so, of course, I read all that earlier. And so now it's sending all this information to Apple. And what they're going to do is they're going to look at the music in my music library and the music in perhaps your music library and thousands and thousands of other users, so that they can kind of pull all this information from this huge data set and start getting things together. So now if I click on a song and click on the Genius, it's going to make this, it's going to pull all of this information from the web and create a playlist for me. And this is really, really simplified idea of how it works. But basically it's pulling all this information from off the web, from all these different users, and saying, hey, that has this in common and this in common and these factors are similar, and put it all together. And that's kind of how, and see how there are more recommendations over here. That's really how it works. Amazon is another example of just a huge database. But pulling together, people who have this oftentimes have these other songs in there. And that's a really toned down version of the web, but it's starting to give meaning to things instead of it just being the zeros and ones, that it can start making sense and start making predictions about what you want. So watch the videos by Tim Berners-Lee. The guy is scary smart. And I kind of geek out. I think he's one of my heroes. But as he explains it, because his mind is just going, and I'm sure he's going to do a better job. But I wanted to give you like a little something to hold on to before he starts talking, because yeah, he's scary smart.